is really looking to hold up here. That's the opener in this quarterfinal, and I think this one is where things are going to be at kind of fever pitch, right? If they're able to best MOUZ, if you remember, MOUZ actually fell to OG as well on this map in that group stage run. So I think Astralis, this is going to be their stomping ground. They've got to put their best foot forward to open up this quarterfinal.
Nuke is definitely going to be a testing ground. It's going to answer a lot of questions about this series and the longevity being Astralis' pick, but also a comfortable place for MOUZ as we get into the pistol round. Astralis go full yard on this pistol. Everyone running outside. We've got the main smoke starting to cross now, and MOUZ missing shots, just can't connect a kill as we speak. HooXi finds his opening kill. Look at the space. Astralis scurrying up top like little rats climbing the rafters. MOUZ can't put them down.
HooXi flung up here. The rest of Astralis waiting back in the yard. Jimmy's still down in this hell position, waiting down by the lockers. And Astralis just aren't budging. They're waiting for MOUZ to make the move. With Jimmy here, I don't think there's going to be a lot of pressure on MOUZ to try and move out of this setup. They're pretty entrenched. 2 players in the top site, Jimmy holding on to the push. So eventually Astralis have to be the ones to go. Jimmy tries to find this gap, this timing. There was a chance to deal with them on the push up into the heavens. Now Exertion knows where to look, but Astralis come bounding in. And with Spinks pushed back, Jimmy knowing about down here in hell, there should be no recovering this for MOUZ.
It's a great pistol for Astralis. I mean, certainly helps the MOUZ just can't get a single kill, but I like how no one's playing patient there for Astralis. The goal is to take space, and that's exactly what they get. So much map control on that pistol. And that's a hard thing to do in a rifle round, right? When you've got an M4 that is gonna stop you and an AWP that can take free shots off from hell. But USPs can be a fickle beast. And so Astralis make the most of their position. They take that pistol round. And MOUZ forced to save a little bit of Kevlar. More interesting changes for Astralis have really been on those CT sides. It's something we'll talk about later on in this half, I'm sure. Or in this game, rather. But let's see what the T side looks like, called by HooXi. In a game we haven't seen for a long time. Last time we got this matchup, it was before HooXi even joined this team back in Cluj. It was a semi-final where Astralis got a map, and it was Nuke. But of course, a bit of a different team there, a bit of a different responsibilities and roles. Division of labor, Priest there in these star spots, KD and cooling. A very different Astralis. Pre-vibes, Harry.
And HooXi very much brings them, which is good. And I think, yeah, the kind of disappointment for Astralis in Cologne, I bet that lights a bit of a fire under you, Especially when you think of like the first outing for this team where everything looks so promising in Astana, taking the map off of Spirit, making it all the way to the finals there. They go to Cologne, they get kind of banged out, admittedly, hard opponents on that run, but Astralis didn't feel like they played up to their level and that they have to show more. And so I think that's what we're going to get to see here at Bounty.
Not confident enough to put the cash down, though, Harry.
No.
Think we're going to see any wagers this weekend?
I kind of like Spinks' strategy for that, saying, like, I'll put down whatever they put down.
Yeah.
That's a nice way to do it. Because also, if you go first in that, you can look like the baller, be the one to say, like, yeah, we'll bet.
Even though you just knew they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Well, anyone call the bluff here at Bounty? That's the question. Mongols Aurora up next. I think that's a game where not only is it more 50-50 and it's been like back and forth and we've seen both these teams win out on stages, on studios, but I think because of the rivalry there's a chance we see some money thrown down.
Look, man, if FaZe were here, I think we're getting bets.
Sure.
I think they would be down too. Vitality probably will. but I don't think Liquid would.
Why would Liquid? Why would Liquid in that game?
And so that's kind of what you realize, though, as you go through it. It's like, there's always one interested party that you can see, hell yeah, they're down to put money in. I don't think either Spirit or VP will.
I refuse to blame Liquid for not.
No.
But we'll see later. That's the first game tomorrow. 4-day playoff. Astralis MOUZ, our debut, and the Force Buy has come in.
Just a walkout in the yard with these smokes down. They throw in that second volley. Go to take the space. It's exertion in the feed. Good trade here from Stare on that smoke spam. Catches him on the fallback. And so Exertion's not allowed to escape with a 5v4 for MOUZ, but they still have reactions all across the map. Brolin, lobby aggro in Yabby. That's a little ugly. I don't need to tell you that. You don't want Yabby feeling shaky to open up this series. Another strong trade for Stare. Hooksy with the ramp take util, and that's going to get them in with a plant.
Oh, Stare's leaving him alone, though. He's going to get run down off this plant. No cover, no chance to survive. You think, where's the re-swing? There it is for Jimmy, coming in with a crucial trade. 2-on-1 now. Stare's already found himself 2 frags in the round, but it is the Astralis plant. Going to have to go pretty wide off this single door. They don't have a kit. The tap should force something. Stare calls their bluff, not overcommitting. Sees both players. Tap again has to come in. Stare trying to find his 1 kill, and he's done it. They're still on the bomb. Torchy gets off, door shut, and that might just be the round here for Stare. No time to save this. Stare with 4 kills in the clutch comes up with Astralis' second round.
I mean, that's a very exciting thing if you're a fan of this Astralis squad. Seeing Stare in good form to open, he did not miss a beat in this round. Every single trade that was required, he wins the clutch in the 1v2. This is the sort of mileage we've started to look to get out of Stare in this new look Astralis with Hooksy at the helm.
For sure. Astralis vibes starting strong. Nothing better than being in one of those moments in the second round, because you can always just call with safety. They don't have kit. The chance they have kit is very low. So Stare's able to call the bluff twice over before he swings. He gets down secret as well. This could be a great day for a Stare game. Meant to be Denmark's next biggest thing. Got forced into anchor roles to join the best Danish team. We never really got to see him unleashed, but right now Astralis trying to climb back up the ranks. Already taken some names here at Bounty. Could MOUZ possibly be another? Oh. He's on it today.
Yeah, he's feeling really, really good. Just very safe in these moments. Jimmy now in this 1v5, looking for damage. And Astralis, as they often do, just kind of pump the brakes. They're waiting for the info. And now they know where Jimmy is. They're all going to close in on him. Sure, it gets a little more expensive than maybe you would have liked. Jimmy does well to get out with the double. But it's still a contained round by Astralis. And I like these kind of jarring pace switches that Hooksy throws into these rounds, especially when they get the opener, right? When they find that 5v4, he's calling the slowdown. He's done that in 2 of the 3 rounds played so far. Just kind of gauging the reactions, trying to bait them out of MOUZ.
Yeah, the MOUZ have a play coming out of spawn here on the city side. AWP is in for Torchy, so options are open if they want to make moves. As he locks down ramp. They are going to start to push in immediately, taking that radio control. MOUZ won't sit back and relax. In the meantime, Astralis make the cross. Bomb makes it down. 3 players behind the smokes. Stare getting cheeky, though. Yabby hiding in the lobby. And on that fade, there will be a kill. Which way is it going to go?
Oh my god, they're next to each other.
Yabby should have this.
This is surely Yabby's kill. Collects the freebie. Is he ready for lobby to be taken? Because MOUZ put a lot of players into stealing this lobby control, and so Yabby just gets out with 1.
Idea was right, timing was not.
The Yard Crossers come in, they've made it to Garage. Exertion posted to try and stop the spill over here. As Astralis once more go for this space out towards Heaven and Hell. Exertion backing all the way up here. And Jimmy just gonna slide in while their attention is on Exertion. Good catch for Brolin down here at lower. And slowly, you know, all the options have shrunk down here for Astralis. Denied the space at Hell, can't scale past CT, and now they've lost lower, so they desperately need a solution. Stairs gonna go looking for one.
Got some isolated players here. Torchy could just end the round, and Stairs dropped at Hell, so that's it. No chance to get that bomb. Torchy shot in the back to finish the round here, and MOUZ get their first on the board. Nice fallback for Exertion. What a crazy position to play. And to have Jimmy swinging off him as well in Hell. Astralis' attention completely diverted. I don't even think that lobby kill for Yabi, even if it comes through, would change what's going on outside. Their goal is pretty clear for Astralis right now. They want to go for this round-the-world wrap. Been doing it round after round on this T side. First timeout comes out here from Astralis. And MOUZ's chance to build into the game now begins.
Guys, Aram, on ramp, I will play with util, okay? I will not...
It's not a pretty buy. 3 pistols here for Astralis will limit them.
Device with the yard smoke straight away, but this one feels pacier. They're faking the top site here. I might just look to explode out ramp in reaction. MOUZ have seen yard smokes, and they've seen some top site util. And so a little light over here towards ramp. It's only Jimmy. We'll have support nearby. Torchy's getting suspicious as nothing's been spotted out in the yard.
Jimmy played that perfectly though. He held Molly before they even peeked on the pixel angle, so he already gets to drop off. He gets to delay this ramp play. They're gonna flash through. He hears them coming.
Kind of just wants to feel like he has to pick a fight here. But a clean opener from Yabi. That's gonna send Jimmy away. And he knows there's a player that could have made it down through secret.
Let's trade.
Stairs roaming over here out in the yard. Are they going to try and link up for this top site here? MOUZ are starting to probe the lobby. Brolin in first. It's another quick trade back for Yabi. Keeping the advantage. Long into Astralis. It's only Spinks left to get past here in the top site, but he won't falter. That's 2 from Spinks. Round still live. Device plays out fast, but they're on the vent ready to come up behind him. Both players down at lower. Stair trying to hold on to this vent position. It's yard where the fight comes from. Smoke in. And as long as he can stop that vent climb, keep Exertion out of the round, this should belong to Astralis. Jimmy heading up into the heavens, just trying to peel the attention away from vents, and it looks like it's worked. No one's eyes on. There's Exertion flying up with a double. And so MOUZ, they pull Astralis into their trap. Jimmy's reroute takes the attention away from vents. So long has passed, they don't think Exertion's still sitting in there. That's nice stuff for MOUZ, successfully pulling that retake back.
Perfect plan there, yeah, in the 2v2. I really thought Exertion missed his timing coming up that vent earlier. He had a chance when Device was crossing in, but takes the later play, plays off his teammate. This double from Spinks, more than you can ask for in this position. His team were fully lower sight, and he gets 2 kills on top. That's the X factor for Spinks that saves MOUZ's round, keeps these gun rounds building. Astralis, just a bit of money. Bomb plant and damage, but on their last legs here. MOUZ looking good in the late rounds right now. Astralis forced by. Hell of an investment here. Very risky. But also very unexpected. You would think you're getting an eco here if you're MOUZ.
a barrage of util, a blanket of fire out in towards A. And at this point, looks like MOUZ should more than anticipate the buy. They've seen a lot of util. Exertion just posted, and Device is roaming up here on top of the silo with this scout. And where timing's open for Device to spot Exertion, and he wouldn't have been able to do much about it, but now he's kind of got him back here into the corner at Garage. Device is going to be hard-pressed to get this opening. Why does this round escalate for Astralis? They only have one smoke, 2 mollies left, and a collection of flashbangs. They use a lot of their util early on here. So maybe just a play in towards the top site. Device with the scout is given the util. He'll head up on the T roof. And the rest of Astralis group back in the lobby.
Either just has to be a flat A hit or A nades into a ramp, but ramp is stacked to the 9s right now. Even A has the AWP in heaven. It's so clear for MOUZ that this is not yard control. And while they check main, they check their timings, they consider options. It's 20 seconds, Astralis have to go. Perfect push.
Great timing for Exertion. Catches them with backs turned, and even though Spinks is burning alive, he's still going to make it out with one. Breaking through this top site won't get any easier with Jimmy up on the rafters. MOUZ, it's a clean finish to that top site here.
Yeah, Astralis leave it a little bit too late in the day for that one, right? The smokes come down outside, and even though MOUZ have no one lower, they don't know whether there's 5 players secret. They just refuse to believe it. And it becomes all too obvious with how quiet the map is at 20 seconds. Xerxia making a really keen play, knowing they're not going to be coming for the ramp take that late in the round. Backstabs the bomb, dead on arrival. Astralis might have to finally take an eco now. Some Danish Deegs are all they've got.
They haven't had to encounter this yet. They've had those smokes down every time they've roamed in the yard, but Torshi, knowing that that eco round was coming, feels like he has a huge degree of freedom, and so he's just taking the AWP out here and going fishing versus the Deagles.
Just so CS2, right? Like, he's just re-peeking every time. He refuses to hold the angle. He wants to force the kill. Doesn't want to be 1D'd on a pre-aim. And right now he's getting shots off, but getting caught and cornered as well. Making it down secret is an unrealistic hope here for Astralis. They need kills.
That's not bad for Device. One found. Another back from the Device Deagle. Oh, Device! On for something great. 3 kills deep before they shut him down. Oh, the ball was rolling on that Device Deag play.
Got him low. That could have been a 1v4 ace. In seconds.
All right, Device. All right, that's woke everyone up here.
Yeah, keep your eyes up here, MOUZ.
And it's like after you get that third one, you're feeling so good in the 4th fight. But just damage done, no heroics from the Device Deag.
But Device AWP finally coming out here in round number 8. With what Torshi was up to last time, Device looks to challenge, but that's a 59 damage nade landing square in his face.
I mean, with Torshi playing up and over, Device isn't ready for that.
Also got set up there, his teammate jumping over the main smoke, so Device fired a shot. Torshi follows up. My God. Clean as a whistle.
Feels kind of funny for Torshi when it was the pistols out in the yard, terrified, couldn't land a shot.
Yeah.
Versus the rifles, versus the counter AWP. He nails them both, and Torshi still looking for more.
Careful.
Just heard it fire off. You know, it's moved away from this yard control, but I don't think that's going to give Astralis the want to go and explore. They don't have the util to cross. And I mean, this is a big problem. At the end of the round here, you've got a Molotov and 2 flashes. It feels like it's over. Torshi has ended this round. Astralis had no room to play.
Device probably begging Hooksy to save this AWP, but stuck in the mud are Astralis. Not a single way in. Jimmy looking to live on ramp. He just gets that info, one tag, and drops back down B. No one needs to overplay this. They lock the door on Astralis. They say, if you want this round, you're going to have to go for it in this lower site. And now Astralis don't have a choice. They can't save on the ramp. They are trapped completely. If they try and hold on, they will be killed after time. So it's forward or it's bust here for Astralis into that B site. Massacre by MOUZ. 5 alive.
Nice jump spot, bro.
And this is starting to build out of control. We may have had a nice idea for Astralis to start this T-half. A lot of control outside, but MOUZ have shut it down with different setups every time. This nade did not make life easier for Device, but Torshi hitting his 2 crucial kills. Goes on to find a third in the hut as well. Torshi feeling good is a scary prospect for the Danes.
Nice, boys!
Fast top side here. And so quickly, it is just brushed aside. Stare, Deeg moment. Nails the first, but you won't be ready for this. Torshi up close.
It's those new Deagle animations, man. I'm telling you, something's happening. People are hitting headshots today.
Device managed 3. See if Stare can do even better.
All right, he wants to. Full reset. Gonna make something of this.
Showing off the drip, pulling the Deagle. Now out here in yard, the first player to face him is going to be Spinks. Spinks is a little wounded. Headshot with the Deagle won't even be required here. Stare. And with a chance, he's just got to land this first bullet. And with Spinks on the line, he never gets the chance to. A clean stop to the fast play. MOUZ in full control.
Yeah, barely a dent in these last couple of rounds from Astralis. Gonna need to see Stare crossing back down Secret, playing some slow rounds here on the T side. Something more standard, more meta. Whether MOUZ allow that is a different question. Breaking these smokes with nades, we've already seen them try a couple of times over. But good reads from MOUZ on the top hits. Jimmy not going down once at ramp, just always rotating B. And Torshi seems mobile as ever on this CTA WP. So smokes feel like the way for Astralis.
The T sides for MOUZ that have been letting them down on this map. And so you do want to build up a real big buffer, especially while the going's good. But with Stare and Device nailing shots through smoke like that, this round gets called into question. Brolin with an attempt at the fast play through heavens. Tries to catch them off guard. Stare holds on. And the stairway to heaven is closed. Jimmy and Torshi just have to back out. Stare's been cooking that one for a while.
Yeah, the smoke molly combo. Both missing. I'm pretty sure Astralis had an insta vent smoke in this round. I've never seen that. They threw something out of spawn, and the only smokes that landed were Glaive, which would have been CT side, and a vent smoke. It landed before they even made it out hut, so that's super interesting. Definitely something to keep an eye out for if Astralis can get players down vents in future rounds. But a little top rush to remind MOUZ that they could.
I mean, after the last fast topside play was put to rest so cleanly when they were only on the pistols, it's nice to, as you say, just send that reminder here when you do it in a gun round.
Look how quick that smoke is down. And a massacre on the top site from Astralis. That's the Hooksy style of calling in your face. Momentum play here for Astralis attempted. Can they keep it rolling?
I mean, look, right, this big streak from MOUZ might not come to matter if Astralis can still even out on the half here.
It's a big if.
Astralis proficient on both halves, whereas MOUZ, as we say, it's been the T-sides as of late that have felt a bit more stressed, a bit more strained. CT is where they've got to put a bit of a margin between them and Astralis. Unbreakable smoke down, and that's going to give this avenue that Exertion tries to close. One back from the Torshi Orb. But it's down a Device. 2 kills on Stown already to claw this one back. Moving into the top site now, Device looks on to the heavens. Jimmy and Torshi split up. Molly to slow the roll of this orb. And they know that Stown can be looking up heaven side right now, so Torshi's not keen to play. Oh, he's gonna go throw on the flash, and we'll get one. Device now locked in this 1v1 for a very important 5th round. Sliding away, Jimmy's crossed in, Device tries to go on the pull of the molly, and he will answer the call in the clutch. Bids farewell to Jimmy as well. And Astralis closed this gap. That's 2 in a row now. They might be able to break through after the streak from MOUZ.
Not an easy clutch for Device there, looking for the kill very early on, decides against it, and it almost lets him down as that molly lands perfectly in HUDs. Picked up on the side from Jimmy, but Device puts him down, and that 6-6 is starting to rear its head. Recovering off these quicker top hits. Astralis keep MOUZ guessing. It is a mind game now in the last round of the half where Astralis are going to go. Success all coming in these gun rounds from the A site. As we go back in here, final round of the half. Astralis' pick. And MOUZ have everything they need.
They have to lay on all this early util after the pressure of these fast topside hits, but his Spinx making a move. This is nice, this is proactive, and he's going to catch Yabi unaware back in lobby.
Not the first time.
That really only leaves Astralis with this cross out in the yard. They now have to use these smokes.
Exertion's aware of that. He's already gone down lower. Jump spotting on this B site. Just trying to stall out the play for Astralis. The longer they don't see anyone, the more obvious their position becomes. Huxi goes back to T-spawn to try and sniff out this lobby control. But MOUZ have put men down on this B bomb site. They've got nades, they've got plenty to block this play. Boost up the orb, hits the tag, but blocked by Brolin. No entrance here.
Still this info from that. You know, there's 2 players down at lower right now. They still have this late lurk option from Huxi back in the lobby.
Good luck.
Tricky round to traverse, especially with Torshi's orb keeping them boxed in. On a swing out here, Torshi does not miss those. Gonna try and change the plan quickly on the fly, in through main. Stare secures the opener. This guy's playing a great game right now, but will it be enough to save this round? Left in it all alone. No, MOUZ win out on the CT side of Nuke. Astralis' map pick. Astralis on their map pick, able to scrape on by with 5 rounds. That's after a streak of 6 in the middle from MOUZ. But now they go on a side they've been struggling with, this T side of Nuke. This was where we saw them fall down versus that OG team. It's been a bit of a reoccurring problem for MOUZ. Astralis move on to their favored side. So this one isn't plain sailing. Let's see if MOUZ can make it a lot easier with success in the pistol. They'll come out fast through the hut and oh my God. It's not clean, but somehow MOUZ have ended up in pole position. I couldn't tell you how. It's only Stair left. 1v2. This was a great start out of Astralis, and then so quickly it's gone wrong. They've got to rely on their top performer. Stair's been looking mean to open up this quarterfinal. But can he find his way in a 1v2 clutch? In 2 minds, does he want to go and chase lobby? Does he want to try and fight this backside player? That peek from Jimmy's drawn him in, and Brolin domes him. So there's the close. MOUZ flipped the script on that pistol. It looked like it was going disastrously.
It's technically a 5v3, but the trades are just so quick. It's the deal with the top hit. Everyone there for Astralis, and they all get sent out. Not too much about it for MOUZ. Going perfectly to plan and still thriving in that chaos. This is what we said coming in, right? Astralis might have a lot of improvements as of late, but MOUZ, they hit harder. Their players in better form, provably. The weak links, far less apparent. We have a slow start from the majority of Astralis. Nice shot for Device. Will anything be made of that kill? MOUZ make it down secret. They also have main roof, so getting out, not guaranteed. Device prying for a second pick.
They're going into a double hold. Oh, mid-air, Brolin. Sure, Stown gets one back, and things are kept even in this 3-on-3. The block down at low is nice. That might send MOUZ away and back into this double setup in the lobby. You can see that Spinks is taking a very wide path all the way back into T-spawn. He's hoping to clear this out later. And if you're Astralis, there's no real reason for him to even be here as far as you're concerned. You've gone and taken the lobby space. You spotted players down at lower. He might be able to catch them with their backs turned.
You just can't be too slow right now because that bomb is still stuck in limbo. 25 seconds. At a certain point, it's going to have to move. He needs this kill, and he needs it right now to open up the round. Stown's dropped Jimmy. Bomb a little bit trapped. 15 seconds, Spinks, where is he? Starting to hurry now. Hooksy finds that headshot and into the hut play as well. No chance for Torshi. Astralis win out on the force. Out of nowhere. A little strung out of MOUZ, and those T-side woes start early.
This might already be cause enough to sound the alarm bells for MOUZ. That is a very awkward round to give away. They've now got to force up themselves, and this is going to allow Astralis to start to close the gap very, very quickly. You've just got so much less to work with here if you're this MOUZ squad. 2 smokes, maybe to try and get you across outside on exertion. Gonna lob in the wide smokes for him, and having him try and sell this fake out in the yard at least keeps pressure on Astralis and kind of feeds them misinformation. They don't know numbers, and so they're cautious with a rotate down early. Yabi out of the picture.
MOUZ just try and brute force on this top hit. It's actually not been spotted. Down lower. Coming back up to meet them. Hooksy and Stown, right place, right time, but they're 4 blind. That's awkward. Stown's going to have to bail out his captain, and he does so with a double. Brolin overwhelmed. Huxi with a solid hold, and exertion too late to this play. It's not happening for MOUZ. Back to Eco as Astralis look to level out the game at 8-8.
You see the consequences of just losing that first round, being left with nothing. If you have a Molotov there, Stound's never allowed to be on top hut. Suddenly it's a way easier top site hit. He doesn't get a multi-kill. But it's just not resources that MOUZ had access to. And so every reason here for Astralis to tie us up at 8-all. They're up against nothing.
Using this more as a timeout than anything. There's not a single purchase into this round for MOUZ, so more of a chat in the lobby as they let Astralis waste their util. Stare on ramp. Watch out.
Oh, that's weird. Hang on, they are getting close. He's got teammates on the way. Device should be able to cover him here. Couple of Glock dinks short. Device.
Ooh.
Oh, he's also dead.
Oh.
Now an AK picked up. Thank goodness.
God.
Someone's here to keep it contained.
No one saw that, don't worry.
It's all good, Device.
Couldn't hit the ADs, could not hit the headshot.
Thankfully, he's got a good history. So, you know, you can write off the odd whiff.
Well, they'll have to. MOUZ now armed and presumably dangerous on this T side. You mentioned that OG game we saw in the online stage of Bounty. It was off the back of a 6-round first half, swapped to T side, couldn't close it. Could that rear its head again? Will MOUZ continue to have problems, especially against a team who have made Nuke their mainstay map? Unique smoke wall here for MOUZ. It's all about the ramp play. Stairs only just getting back in time.
They blow it open and look to come through. Playing through his smoke as well. Stair gets displaced, forced off of ramp. There is this rotate down and lower. It's Device on the AWP. First shot connects. How much more does Device have in him? Because this lower sight, MOUZ are moving in. Ooh. Oh, exertion with a clean tap. We cut back to this now as Device tries to make his play out through the window. Closing in, he's looking for this player at the half ramp. Being pulled and Device can't find it. Stound and Yabi, worlds apart there. Split up here. No exertion, still roaming out in the yard.
Bomb has been planted.
Stound's moving down, but he's not going to go for this. Don't tease us like that.
And this is kind of what Mario was talking about, the desk coming in to this game. Even though sometimes we see Device, the numbers are looking good, you feel like his output is solid, the eye test, not always passing, not being able to take over games. You know, some missed shots for Device in this map, some missed opportunities when he's had the AWP, and that is another one of them. MOUZ overwhelmed the B bomb site. Comes at a great time, right? They break the smoke on ramp, and in that timing that Stair is trying to assist on those weird yard smokes that are going to cause a lot of chaos in comms. You're going to say, it's a weird wall, watch out main, watch out garage, watch out everything really. MOUZ could be anywhere, they're nowhere. They run out through the ramp smoke. They find that gap, they know Astralis' reaction, and they punish it. Device was the only player in position to save that round. This is despicable.
And yeah, I think these, like MOUZ have kind of been saying that they don't feel like they consistently have the firepower there yet, right, to rival these top squads. It's not uncommon in these games to have 2 or 3 players full kind of beneath their standard. And so they've been trying to work on that, trying to uplift it. It's a very even game right now for all of MOUZ as they are hitting hard.
And I mean,
but I think both these squads actually fit into that same type of conversation. It's really not uncommon to see, you know, games where, I don't know, we've had games where it's even Hooksy trying to be the guy carrying Astralis. Device sometimes hits hard, but then others goes missing. Stown and Yabi will show up on like a second and third map of a series, and never the whole thing.
We've seen what
There's
happens.
been like the most consistent output for this Astralis squad. Let's see if he can live up to that. Forced away from Ram. The util comes in, and this time he doesn't stick around to fight it. I don't think Astralis liked the fact they lost him so cleanly in that last round. Painted a big problem. And he's kind of playing on a timing as well to go and re-clear this ramp area. He didn't fully back off into B. So Astralis don't over-rotate here.
Oh, that's one way to crack open a bomb site. Hut roof volley clears position. MOUZ with 20 seconds make it out into A, and there's nobody home. Oh, even Yabi pokes his head up the vent and wants nothing to do with this. It might just have to be a save.
I can't believe he lived that.
Lucky to be alive, but no guarantee of his exit as they are trapped in secret. MOUZ, a 1-kill round, but that kill in the perfect position. And you talk about, yeah, the even spread for MOUZ, everyone pulling their weight, multiple players having won and closed rounds here in this game for MOUZ. But when we do have the stars hit the top level that we know they can, Torchy and Exertion play their best at the same time. Look at what it does. We saw that back against Vitality, breaking that streak back at Cologne. And it was off the back of two very strong performances from Exertion, from Torchy. And yeah, maybe an off day for Vitality to a degree. But when these guys are both in final form, MOUZ are a very hard team to put away. And right now, Astralis are realizing that. Because not only did Astralis get their first pistol in this map and convert it, they even won out on 4 spies here on CT side. They went 3-1 up to begin the half. Despite that, it's MOUZ holding a steady lead. And still with timeouts to go. Everything pointing to MOUZ right now, even on this T side.
For the lifeline in the series, this map feels so important to Astralis. It is their home map. It's been their gimme in the last matchup that you talk about, the one before Hooksy joined. It's a map they've always looked to play and have shown real proficiency on. It's their best matchup here of all the maps in the series, and so you don't want MOUZ to run away with it, especially not with Mirage up next.
A 5v4 will improve your odds on this top site hit now for MOUZ, with Brolin coming in, lurk on main. Rafter util ready.
The double lurk here is nice as well, right? You've dealt with Exertion out in the yard. That might, you know, off of like nameplate Counter-Strike, that might get you discounting this yard position.
Yeah.
So often left to roam out there alone.
Down his left position as well. He is watching main though from an unorthodox position, cleared by Brolin. That molly, it's a problem, and Hooksy just burning in it before Brolin follows up. There's no saving this. This AWP has to do it all, and Device, a missed shot is what will cost him. MOUZ, get that bomb planted. Look at the health. 3 players 40 or less. But none of that matters when Astralis look at the 2v4 ahead of them. They throw in the towel. Feels like that Tetris position is such a poisoned apple. Whenever you see players try and use it, it looks good, feels good, And then Brolin just nails down 2 shots over the box. Nice util for MOUZ on that exec. Cleared out 2 of 3 players with it.
I think, dude, for Stair, this must feel like a frustrating game, right? They're largely not coming ramp. The few times that they have, it's usually just to push him down a lower, and when he has tried to fight it, he's been fighting like 4 players. You know, there's kind of a limit on how much he can get away with. But because this top site has just been crumbling, a lot of these rounds just end with Stair committed to a save. And from the start of this game, it's been clear that he's been super switched on. He's been keen to get involved. He's topping the charts right now for Astralis, and he's essentially not playing these rounds. You need a bit more from this A-hold. Device also is showing us a wide set of openers. He's constantly trying to be involved on this AWP. Once more, tries to take it out into the yard. Had a couple of chances here for openings.
Yeah, second one bigger than the first as well. Felt like that needed to be a kill. He's lucky to be alive. And now, unbothered, MOUZ make it down. Device does find his shot late behind the smokes, picking Brolin out. They know Xerxon made it. He announces his presence.
Astralis are a bit jittery. They don't have perfect util, perfect info. They don't have a lot to go off of here, so they've immediately dropped 2 players down to lower. This is Xerxon putting a tremendous amount of pressure on Astralis. Device has to hit this shot over at ramp. Jimmy looks to late lurk him. Xerxon still making noise down at lower, and that bomb on a lengthy wrap outside.
They're wasting Device's time right now. Jimmy on a jiggle. There's no way you're ready for the bomb to cross outside this late in the round. Are they going to go main and up the vent? This could be a convoluted ace split into the deagle. Yabi, 5-7 instead, falls down, double on top, feels like enough, but that bomb gets picked back up.
Stair having to commit to a secret rotate. He won't arrive till far later and just been resmoked in main. So Device right now is the only guy that can take contact. If he's able to clear out the site.
Where have they gone?
Stair doesn't stay in main. Xerxon's actually trying to wrap them in through ramp. This is MOUZ with a bunch of crazy rooting in this round. It's done enough to get them into the post plant, and now they're hoping it will be enough for Xerxon to close. Device scales for the kit. That's going to make this defuse a little easier, but it's the wrap out of Xerxon that seals their fate. Device does not know where to look, and MOUZ outmaneuver, outposition, and outsmart Astralis for map point.
Such a dangerous move for Xerxon to rotate that way, because you don't know where Astralis are coming from. You can only guess, you can only hope that no one's coming up ramp to lobby. Could get caught and leave Jimmy in a very awkward clutch, but let's talk of awkward. That kit position, wasting time for Astralis, and Xerxon just takes the kill when he gets it. That kill wins the round. MOUZ map point on Astralis's pick, and it has gone swimmingly on this T side. Despite getting ecoed, they've won 4 gun rounds in a row now. Astralis final buy, final try. As MOUZ look for a runaway streak to close this game.
Been fantastic watching Xerxon out here in the yard in these rounds. But this one, not made for him. Device up close in garage. As Xerxon and Spinks tried to spill through, there's a third player spamming, that's Brolin. The one that you won't expect is Torshi with the AWP down through secret.
Yeah. He just holds. How long do they dedicate? Player goes back up vent, so it's down, shouldn't push in this position. 5v3, all the advantage for Astralis. MOUZ piece this together.
It's a good clear. You know the next fight going to be coming from these stairs. Yappy in the vents. They're on both sides of him. Fire at his feet, and Jimmy's going to spam him out. 45 seconds left to work with. Second player spotted as Stair tries to steal himself away. This round still very much alive. Jimmy finds one more.
Chaos.
And now barrels out into the site, looking for this plant. Will they be able to deny it? No, the spam's not connecting. Plant found. 2 versus 4 looking to come in. Torshi scoped up, ready for this walkthrough. Device just phases the smoke, gets around him, and catches his blind spot. Jimmy's gonna clutch up. He's wrapped around, in from behind. Hooksy sniped out. And Device in this head-to-head. Timer being held, but Jimmy's able to run this down. Molotov pull, and this is the victory. Jimmy seals it with a tap. MOUZ, robbery of the final round. They had no business winning that. Their T-side on Nuke looks flawless, and they pick up Astralis' much-needed Nuke to open this quarterfinal.
We talked about it coming into this.
A map in the pocket already, and pretty clean when all is said and done, when you consider Astralis essentially won both pistols, or at least converted upon both pistols in that game of Nuke. I think, you know, the rifle rounds were pretty one-sided. Let's find out, though, here on Mirage. MOUZ's chance to run through this series quick and easy.
Looks like we might get an immediate test for Hooksy, as he is the only guy in A. And it's not gone great. Takes one of the dome immediately. The exec rolled out by MOUZ, and they have all the space. And they're kind of shocked right now at just how free this was.
They have one more smoke. Put it down in spawn. A little bit deeper. That's a perfect smoke right there. Ooh. So you'd hope. Astralis have to come through. They've got no flashbang. It's just going to be a full swing here for Astralis. No other choice. Jimmy hides out inside of it. Look at him looking at his minimap, just trying to backstab them later on. Exertion trying to live. Spink's been picked, and Jimmy surprises from behind with a double kill into the head of Astralis. Very cheeky play in the post plant for Jimpat. Puts a pistol in MOUZ's pocket.
I mean, that's them off to the races here. A fair few reasons as to why we were looking at Nuke with so much intrigue for this Astralis squad, and saying, feels like they have to pick it up. MOUZ's experience on Mirage runs very, very deep. And even though they've taken some L's here, it's usually where they're facing the best of the best. Your vitalities, your spirits. That's the teams that have been able to beat MOUZ on Mirage. Hooksy again, they're like homing missiles, tracking him down.
Yeah, he's like, I changed sights. Why? And Astralis is full save. No other choice, really. Positionally out of the round. MOUZ don't need to spread their wings, but just getting a couple of kills here really can be annoying if you're trying to save your force buy, not even getting a chance to use it. But MOUZ don't want to arm their opponents. So 2-0 it'll be.
And a chance to run it back in the next. I mean, thus far, there's been some direct sight hits called from this MOUZ team. Launched their A exec, they've launched their B exec.
A little bit of a scary smoke. Stag could peer over it. MOUZ nade it instead.
That'll jaunt down through mid for Brolin. Stag looking on. So MOUZ going for every avenue to open up this game. 3 rounds, 3 different spots they've looked to finish. And this time, It's a little B split on the cards. Bomb following in.
And again, they've avoided the stack entirely. That's 3 times in a row that MOUZ have made the right call.
Oh man, it's always bloody Hooksy.
Yeah, can't catch a break, can he? And he's got the P250 with no armor either, so expecting much of a resistance is unrealistic.
No, I'm feeling weirdly good about
One
it. Let's
kill?
see.
No.
Nah, none for Hooksy.
Spinks ain't letting you do anything. So MOUZ, kind of the easiest 3-0 you're ever gonna get.
You just save here if you're Astralis.
Yeah, it's rough, right? You kind of want to get exits, just to either farm money from kill bonus, get an upgrade perhaps, but at the same time, your armor is valuable, even though you're not going to use the MP9 or the Deagle in the next round. Just having your armor is better than throwing it away for nothing. So, a tentative save, where you might just peek a little bit. Let's see what Stown can do here. But this is guaranteed death with the way MOUZ are playing. And so the bright side for Astralis is they'll have a little bit more money than they would otherwise.
Right now, MOUZ in full control. This is where Astralis have to step up. Let's see what Hooksy's opening move is on this CT side. Nice with the AWP. Takes it over towards B. Have a bit of a stance taken out here in mid. Stown dropping into lower. Oof. They're ready to lend a helping hand from up on the catwalk, and there's Stown taking first contact. He stays around to fight for this space. He's got support coming in through connector and through short. Stair continues just to be a wall out here in mid. And one that MOUZ can't scale past. He's kept Astralis in the 3v2. It's Stown's death on that push out through mid, not in vain.
But MOUZ still use middle. As Astralis have decided to reset, Stair needs to keep his eyes on the prize, keep this information flowing for Astralis. Because MOUZ can find the gap, and they're looking for it right now. Walk up on the ramp. This is going to be really awkward for Hooksy, who's flanking right now. He's abandoned the A bomb site. No one is playing for A. They feel that MOUZ have reset for a B hit, and sure, it can leave them to retake, but the MOUZ overcook as well is the question. They look like they're walking through spawn. This might be MOUZ backstabbing the stack. This is an unorthodox position to be in. You are not ready for 3 CTs
Dude,
here.
and when Hooksy clears out the apartments, what if they start rotating?
Oh god, don't.
He's now confirmed, yeah, the apartments is clear. Stair gets caught moving out in a position. Now, MOUZ also won't anticipate 2 players in the apartments.
Definitely not.
Why would they be here? But a missed shot from Device tries to make up for it, chasing them down on the Deagle.
Got it.
Gets him off the bomb. Torshi's been picked up, and Spinks just doesn't have the time to win this round. Astralis.
What?
It's a weird situation. And Spinks is just going to try and leave.
What?
Hooksy will stop him.
No.
And so it's a huge Giga Brain round from Astralis. What more can you say?
It's just overcooked. It's overcooked for MOUZ. I don't even hate the play. It's just Astralis makes such a dangerous decision to full gamble B that you feel like that's the wrong move, even though it works out. Hooksy flanking A while the CT player rotates back to B. You have 2B and you want the apps flank. Is that really necessary? Apparently it is. They get all the kills. They kill after time. Device somehow lives in that round despite missing with the AWP. Yeah.
Look, you might think that Brolin has been out calling Astralis in these first few rounds with how he dodged the stack and always ran into Hooksy. But actually, Hooksy is, if you think about it like this, as the captain has always been right where he was supposed to be. 100% success rate
Taking matters.
of finding the stack.
Taking matters into his own hand. That's
Hooksy
true.
has an unshakable read on the game.
He has always been there. His team, not so much, but Hooksy has always been on site. Okay, Astralis won a round. It's not the average round of Counter-Strike, we'll say that. but it's enough to get them going on the CT side.
Nice little free spam for Yabi up in the top mid. Stair remaining active, trying to duel for lower. He is getting pincered here, and so just decides to get out of there while the smoke's still up. Or this re-aggression over towards ramp. Astralis haven't done this now in both their rifle rounds. And it's real estate they will have for free with MOUZ still bogged down here in mid.
Yeah, they're really waiting for a kill to come their way, but Device is patient, has a good bit of information on this line. He's going to hear them coming through. Device gets his first shot and plays his fullback as well. 5v3 suddenly thrust into a difficult predicament and a more normal setup here for Astralis with double ramp control. MOUZ, there's no A plant open. They're given the room, but where do they go with it? Jimmy finding Stown through that Molotov. 1-2 punch on the ramp is perfect. The spam does connect. 4 health as Yabi picks him off. Hooksy helps out and everyone falls for MOUZ. They're not given a lot of room there. Astralis crunched down on that com play. But now look to start stringing rounds together on this CT side, making the most of that little B stack in the previous. Building in.
Just Eagles now for this MOUZ team who want to try and slow the roll of the Astralis CT side. It started with that weird round to shape this one up. Astralis have capitalized since, now breaking the money. So MOUZ are just going to group up. One smoke for Brolin. Block off vision out through the window. They might just try and run it out into mid, knowing they're going to get fights from Con and Short. You saw Brolin doing a lot of talking in the cams as well. That'll be about the round that's following.
Walking down the valley of death right now to Connector.
They've made it all the way in. It's a lot of room given up by Astralis here, and they've actually exploded through out into the site.
Hello.
Exertion picking up Stair back in the window. Yabi now playing a contain through Palace. And it's good that he got this space for Brolin. He has found his way onto the Device Orb, but lost in a 1v3.
Yeah.
He'll get that out of there.
Annoying.
Force a reinvestment and see if he's got any type of runway to make this interesting. But he'd have to get past this player at the murder hole, and Hooksy doesn't let it happen.
Throwing the AWP out is the right move in that position. 2 traps with the Yabi and Palace. He can never force that kill. It will always come to him at the right time. So nice contain for Yabi. Well, that could have gone very, very wrong with a well-timed window split. Decent eco, MOUZ can say, but it's all about this gun round hitting hard. Come the next. Cyclone getting involved. First time out of this map. For Astralis, it's never been about the start, it's been about the close. Seen a lot of games where this team gets off to a good first half and still cannot close out the match. Even Nuke fell into that category. Torshi AWP is back.
He's ahead of that molly.
No tick.
No tick in it. That was a golden chance. But just misses out on an opening at this B-bomb site. That's rough for Torshi. He knows it was a golden opportunity for one.
Smoke at 125. MOUZ start to move into middle. Be baiting for Stown on A. It's full mid control for MOUZ. You would maybe think they're going for some sort of window boost at this point, but no one's even close. MOUZ are still at the very back of middle. Stair getting smoked off. Now has to question that potential. As MOUZ move up catwalk for a B split, meeting up with Spinks. Classic Brolin faking connector. They don't buy it. That kill comes in anyway, and it's Hooksy on the site who puts up a lovely spray. It feels like it should be enough to lead this round in the favor of Astralis, but that bomb makes it in.
Spinks even takes room away out towards market. Astralis try and come in out towards short. They've made it up. 2 players into the ladder room. Torshi's got to get eyes on as they're boosting right now.
One bullet.
Get dropped here. So Astralis have time to work with. It's these long sight lines available to the AWP that give you some concern. Torshi opens, Spinks plays next contact, and that Torshi AWP farms upon the Astralis retake. It's 4 from Torshi. Brings the AWP back out on the T side, and it hits hard.
Reloaded it at just the right time. Getting it all done. Torshi, turret in the B post plant, and that's MOUZ going through the smoke. Unfortunate for Device not being able to hold his position at all. I feel like 1 kill would have made the difference. Spinks' position just allows Torshi to be so comfortable in that post plant. Now MOUZ confident, start to come through with a bit of a pace.
Yeah, far quicker round. Yabi tucked in a triple, playing late, and Brolin just charges for him.
I do love watching Brolin just run in first on this map. I mentioned it last round, doing it in con, just being an aggressive piece, flashed into spawn for more. So many times you're going to see Brolin run through that top con smoke, even on B hits. Especially on B hits. Blunt object, just knocking Astralis out cold on this A site.
I mean, this is a huge pickup for MOUZ, right? They're kind of retake control over the game. They've broken the Astralis bank accounts. This save is suddenly a requirement for Astralis if they want to save this first half. Both these squads have a better time on these CT sides. And so for MOUZ, this is already a very powerful position to be in. It's just how long can you keep Astralis on the back foot like this? They're in the power position. They're a map up already. A close here on their pick of Mirage, and they're into the semis.
Astralis can't even buy around this save either, so might just get worse here for the Danes. Astralis tried to get ahead of it with a timeout. The time is running dry in this quarterfinal for Astralis.
Flash play ramp. Abby gets involved at the behest of a Hooksy flashbang. And there's an opening. Brolin won't be able to go on any of his mad charges in this round. He's got a lead from beyond the grave. And now there's 3 guns in play for Astralis. MOUZ really have to keep their heads screwed on here. This is far from an easy round. They're going to slow down and group up. Strength in numbers here after losing Brolin early. One thing that does bode well for them is that AWP is very, very far removed. Device just posted up at the apartments. He'll be left out of the picture here as MOUZ build for the A take. It's the stair rifle on stairs, no less. Yabi tucked in under Palace to have to go huge. He can't find the opening. Stair on the walk through. Nearly good for the transfer, but this was always going to be the problem if the site didn't hold. Would Device get here in time to make a difference? Makes it around CT. Bomb not planted yet, and Device, that was a massive miss. Blinded by the flash, recommits, and that's when Torshi bests him.
Dude, those flashes end the round. He has the bomb stuck. He has twice the chance to get rid of it and peeks in before it even expires. It's easily done for Torshi. MOUZ, a robbery of a round into both guns, both rifles, cross-firing on A, and they have no problem putting them down without a fight. Torshi is coming into his own right now in this game.
And as we say, like, that's a stressful round to go on and close. But MOUZ do it without breaking a sweat. Seeing frustration set in for Device, who just hasn't really been able to get it going in this series yet. And you're dead on, it feels like it's made worse by Torshi looking so good. Oh, this is a wrestle of a round, isn't it? Back and forth we've gone into this 3-on-3 exertion up through the connector, and Stair really feeling pinned in. He's stuck behind triple. They do have exertion trapped here in Con, but unable to get him on the spam. Finally, Stown gets it.
Oh, I'm still scared for some reason. You wouldn't expect a player here behind triple after all this time, would you though? Stair, given room behind the smoke, draws MOUZ's eyes over. They're going to choose to wait it out. Let Spinks pick from Palace. Both MOUZ positions known. Astralis flood the bomb site. And that's as MOUZ depart. They might just recommit later. But Astralis go hunting for information. Stown pushing up.
He's a little far ahead of the pack here. Made it into sandwich on his timing.
Cheeky. That's so cheeky.
And now they have no idea.
This should be it.
Surely Stown gets them both. With Stair baiting for him, it only further sells them on this lie. Oh, Stair's dealt with cleanly, and it's wide spacing here between Jimmy and Spinks, so at least Spinks gets that info. Had to flick on down, and Stown thankful for the cross. That is a big round, 4 kills from the man. And a golden window of opportunity found on that cross into sandwich. Astralis finally stopped this MOUZ streak.
Yeah, MOUZ usually thrive in those chaotic moments, but, well, yeah, smoke spam, reposition. Astralis, some lucky timings, capitalized on very well by Stown. 4 kills. Gives Astralis a reason to fight for this CT side in what has been a very difficult game. Nuke was at least closer. This half is salvageable. MOUZ are burning timeouts. Maybe that one was a little bit too loose.
I mean, you imagine as well, the idea is, right, they have their comfort half coming up next. Hoping that by then they could have essentially put it to rest here in the first half. And, you know, if they can run away with this 8-4, I think that's a fine spot to be in if you're MOUZ. That's what they're competing for here. Chance to 8-4 this first half. They know that with that one coming down to the wire, Astralis are far from comfortable. They're holding on in the series, sure. When you look at this buy, it's 2 MP9s. And it's been cobbled together. And so MOUZ still have that chance of teeing themselves up for a 2-for-1 here. Device, we've been waiting for him to get going on the AWP, and this might have to be his round. There's no more room for these missed shots, these slow starts. Device has to hit hard.
Yeah, it's going to be crushing if Astralis lose this round right here. The most important one yet. Starting to shift over, stare back to the window. It's MOUZ group for a B hit. They have 2 players still in the middle, ready to smoke off the extremities to allow them up short. Down in this site, he's got a lot of util to block. Hooksy, bit more of a problem. Only MP9 to deal with a 3-man abs take. Stare trying to get the info. Device, deep nade doesn't land. And so still, they don't know for sure. They don't know for certain where MOUZ are going. The footsteps announce it.
Turn back around for Stown. He'll get one. Hooksy's MP9 now needs to deliver.
It's not enough.
The rotate's pouring in. Stare offering up resistance. A critical miss from Torshi, but Spinks makes up for it. And here's the plant. Yabi and Device, 2 versus 2. Last time, it was these 2 for MOUZ. Spinks making it into the market, and the Torshi Orb just nailing them as they went for the retake. It's a repeat from MOUZ. A lot of faith in Spinks and Torshi in these post plants.
And that is the crucial round. That is the money breaker right on the tail end of the half. Again, Device's Orb just doesn't even get to play into this one. With 1 missed nade, he loses his sight line. MOUZ a perfect split up B. And even as both B players hold 1 for 1, it just proves not to be enough because MOUZ in post plants, Torshi in post plants is a different beast. Spinks late game. And MOUZ, look at what they've done to the money. Tatters for Astralis. This flash ramp worked before, but Torshi covered this time, no problem. This is a hungry MOUZ looking for 80 rounds. And I don't know if Astralis can stop him.
Because MOUZ have been in control, right, and they have a big depth of ideas here on Mirage. It's not been an easy game to predict if you're Hooksy. I don't feel like you've had a solid read over MOUZ throughout most of this. You know, we were joking earlier on how they would always dodge the stacks and run into him. More awkwardness. Stare makes it out with 1. His Deagle trying to turn the tide, but in a second, this has been pried away from Astralis. Torshi just hunting down these last 2. They feel like the round is so safe. Damage done on Device. Hooksy, the only question mark, and this Orb hanging out back in the connector looks to end it. Hooksy's now been spotted and multiple guns on. It's a runaway half from MOUZ, who are just rounds away from those semifinals.
We're here in Malta, me, Maui, Scrawny, and our goal today is to have the best day ever. Just north of Africa, just west of Italy. Man, what a place it is. My love as of late is golfing, so we're starting here at the Royal Malta Golf Club. So how we decide who goes first, we're gonna play the hesitation game. 3, 2, 1, vegetables, celery.
Carrots. Potatoes.
Parsley.
Damn it. I was gonna say celery. I was gonna say celery.
That one high and right?
Yeah.
That was pretty nice though.
Right on. Tally-ho. Oh.
Yeah, I didn't see where your ball went. It's somewhere around here, I'm pretty sure, like in these trees, I think.
Oh, you just walked by it.
Oh,
Let's go. Nice.
Mickelson for birdie. Nice.
Oh.
Oh! Damn, that was
Nailed it,
good.
man. What I tell you guys, this is the perfect start to the best day ever.
We're here at Rampila Restaurant in downtown Valletta. We want to get into the best day ever in Malta, and you got to have one of the best meals ever. We got a very traditional Maltese dish here in rabbit. They really exploded in popularity when the Romans came over, because Romans, they actually think if women eat rabbit, they'll become more beautiful.
Cool, let's eat.
Bon appetit, fellas. I think we all get 1 ravioli each. You know what? I'm grabbing 2. Hey, we're in Malta, am I right?
I've never seen that happen in my life.
I think you'll be grabbing one now.
The Maltese eat more rabbit per person than any other European nation.
It's actually like a more flavorful chicken thigh.
Yep. Yeah, wow. Delicious. Another hit.
I think I'll go for 2.
So it's been a wonderful day, but I thought we would end the day, gentlemen, with a little bit more violence, a little accuracy, you know, things that really embody Counter-Strike, a little bit of archery. We've got plenty of targets.
Well, then I'm going for the GOAT, obviously.
A delicacy.
Goodbye, Simple.
Archers ready? Oh!
Well, you're shooting lasers. Now, what if I get the otter on top?
Make it happen.
Oh!
Damn.
Whoa, headshot
Bullseye.
on the GOAT.
Goat for dinner. Unfortunately, all great things have to come to an end. I had a blast from start to finish.
Who knew going outside could be so much fun?
Yeah, this was a perfect day.
Well, MOUZ are looking to get back out into that multi-sun before it sets, and if we continue this way, I think that's going to happen. 8-4 half on Mirage, their map pick as well, after locking in Astralis in their pocket. That was Nuke, and MOUZ look even better on their home ground. Astralis coming in slow, and MOUZ coming in hot.
Holy shit, I feel activated on T-side. Woohoo! Ludwig, bro, boost me your ramp, man. Damn, I like it. I'm playing Facet.
Oh,
how do you beat that?
Such a character, man.
Yeah, we said Astralis have vibes earlier. Torchy,
So funny.
Torchy carries the team in vibes.
He does. He is Mr. Vibes.
And well, Astralis, they're missing their vibes right now because it's a pretty hard game. 4 CT rounds as they come in quick into this pistol, looking to A split.
Torchy back at spawn. Gets the spot on players wrapping up through Con and Palace. This is a lot of info for MOUZ to work with. They know this is the A split now. Roland, I think that was a bit of team damage thrown in there. He's looking to quickly get cleaned up here with exertion, aggressive, the rotates all arriving and all finding success. There's nowhere for Device to turn. 1v5. He's
Almost
reclaimed the first. Let's see what he's got. And a bit slow to get rolling in this game has Device. They're jumping up in behind him. This is very confident from MOUZ, but I feel like, you know, sometimes confidence can get the better of you.
Not here, because...
You know who this is, Hugo? This is Device.
Yeah, but this is Spinks hiding in CT
true.
spawn. He's where you buy guns. Device hunts him down.
You were saying? Device has got this. 2 kills deep already. And a confident MOUZ that we're all down a clown and face him. They hear him rotating in through the spawn. He's collected info on a second player. Knows about one at Con. There's currently one variable. He doesn't know the presence of Brolin at the back of the site. And exertion catches him on the cross. Device clutch denied. Pistol secured for MOUZ. And the finish line is within sight.
The hope dies last, Harry. The belief has to die last. But Astralis, they are running out of time on this match. MOUZ looking very, very sharp indeed. Taking both pistols in this map as well. It's a full eco here for Astralis. Just a Deagle or Device. MOUZ look to make this quick and painless.
What about long and painful?
Yeah, Astralis decided to drag it out. That's fine. That's okay.
I mean, it gives them more time to talk, and they need to talk. They need solutions. They've got 2 rifle rounds left in this game.
Spinks should farm. There's no flash for him here. Just gonna go for it. They swing out. He gets one. Oh god. Oh no, not the dinks. But it's all well handled here by MOUZ. 10 rounds, 3 alive, and this one of 2 buys for Astralis coming in here and now. even then, this might be their best buy. The only proper one, depending on how they spend their money, whether they get bomb pod. These factors matter this late in the game. This is the MOUZ who want to make it clear who they are. Number 2 in the world.
They're just shy of $30,000 on the head of Astralis. That's going to bump the MOUZ bounty up to nearly 100K.
Yeah, it's a 90K game. Money on every match, money on every head here at the bounty.
This aggression is just brutal. Hooksy's lining up util, man. Blood thinks he can line up the util. MOUZ aren't respecting them.
That's
a rush
crazy.
through ramp. God exertion, and they know that Brolin was also aggressive here. He was in the kill feed, so info should be there.
They're so split.
It's really, really loose for Astralis.
Devices are low. No one comes with him. No one tries to trade him on ramp. They know Brolin's ramp. He's got the bomb. Or do they not?
I mean,
did they just not check the kill feed? And did it pass them by?
It feels like the wheels just kind of fell off in that round, you know? Like, you lose the bomb ramp, you lose Hooksy lining up the util to facilitate the palace pop. At that point, it feels like they just go on a feeling like, well, we kind of have to go, you know, otherwise we're going back to T-spawn, we're clearing out all these angles.
Would have been nice to see someone join Device there and actually set up that trade, because that was the only way you were going to win the round. Brolin gets away with 2 free kills.
Yeah, that's horrible, especially when you got 2 rifle rounds in this game, and that was one of them.
Yeah, well, you say 2, they might just buy down here and now. Let's see how much hope Astralis have for the flawless 8-round comeback, or do they just want to invest everything? There's no right decision, but after that gun round goes that way, I would certainly like to see a chance with the AKs here in this T side. That may be all it is. MOUZ in a tournament where we don't even know who they're facing after this win. We get those reseeds, we get those picks again for the semifinals. And so they have the chance for a lot of rematches, the chance to find revenge against Spirit from Cologne, a chance to prove themselves once more against Team Vitality.
For Astralis, is this really all it was? Did they just show up here to bounty, deny Na'Vi progression into the playoffs, and then say no more? Just leave. Nade down over towards ramp. As this is the force buy from Astralis. This is them now with back-to-back forces in the tail end of this game. Device opens, rare miss from Torshi. Oh, but it might not be for naught, because exertion barrels through the smoke. And wherever they gain an inch of ground, they're so quick to run into the rest of MOUZ. It's truly terrifying form, keeping itself in check. It's still a strong performance up and down the roster for MOUZ. No limits. Stair finished off, and one more force buy for Astralis in what has been a very limp attempt at Mirage. It's been MOUZ dominance in this series. Nuke will remain the best bet for Astralis, and that one passed them by a while ago.
Yeah, they had a chance back there, but this one's not even been close. Just one more buy, they're saying. We just need one more buy, and it is coming in. A last-ditch attempt against a red-hot MOUZ, branding their logo on Astralis's chest. Go back to this A play. Hooksy would cover on the nades this time. As Brolin plays back from spawn, it's a little bit more passive here for MOUZ. Gonna have to be this A retake. Full exec. 3 smokes go over. So while Astralis lock MOUZ out, how long till that door gets knocked down? Brolin goes over the smoke. They are by his side. You're happy with the hunt, and no one's in spawn. He's got space. Astralis could be making something out of this.
They find themselves in these man advantages before, but this time there's not that flurry of trades. It's going to be left to a retake. Aggression out into the spawn and into the meat grinder. Jimmy and Spinks churn up Astralis. And in seconds, a 5v4 is reduced to just Device and Stair. Cowering in, Device hides in the corner. He's now Astralis' last and only hope. And MOUZ are closing in. Half the time ticked off this bomb, and Exertion is the one to walk it over the line. MOUZ with a swift 2-0 dominate Astralis on Mirage.
Yeah, dominant for MOUZ, and that's what you like to see. Shame for Astralis, who made progress coming into this season, started it very, very strong, even took down Na'Vi in the online stage to get here, but they will go no further. MOUZ, they have business dealings to get up to. They have revenge